During lockdown, many of us have turned to nature as a chance to get out and about, socially distanced of course. But we need to make sure that we don't harm the countryside or the animals that are part of it. So we must follow certain rules to keep ourselves, livestock and wildlife safe. In this video, we will look at some simple do's and don'ts of the countryside. Number 1. Do put dogs on a lead. Sheep, cows and horses are all known as prey animals, which means that even if your dog is just trying to be friendly, they will probably think it's trying to eat them. If a dog chases after them, they could run away and hurt themselves, or even worse, try to hurt the dog. So keeping dogs on a lead around livestock is safer for everyone involved. Number 2. Don't feed livestock. Did you know that grass cuttings are poisonous to livestock? It can be tempting to feed animals things from your packed lunch, or to think that they will like to munch on the contents of your lawnmower. But many animals become seriously ill or can even die from this. Lots are on special diets to keep them happy and healthy, so treats from well-meaning passers-by can spell disaster. If you want to say hi to animals, a friendly pat will be enough. Number 3. Do close gates. The countryside is crisscrossed with gates, stiles and cattle grids. These are all important for keeping sheep and cows where they're meant to be. If a gate is left open, curious livestock can stray into areas that aren't safe for them, or they could become lost and scared. So always make sure you close gates properly behind you. Number 4. Don't litter. Imagine someone came round to your house and upended the contents of their rubbish bin into your bed. Would you be happy about it? It might be tempting to leave packets, drink cans and other such things lying around after you finish with them, but wildlife can get tangled up in them or mistake them for food. It also doesn't look very nice to be walking past piles of rubbish. So always take your rubbish home to throw away or recycle safely. Number 5. Do drive slowly past livestock. If you're in a car or on a bike and you come across a horse and rider, what should you do? Horses have a nasty habit of lurching forwards, upwards, sideways or all 3 directions at once if they are scared. And many of them are convinced that dangerous monsters lurk around every corner. So even if you think a horse looks calm, or if you're in a hurry to get somewhere, you should slow down and wait until you have a clear view of the road ahead before overtaking with at least a car's width between you and the horse. Number 6. Don't leave the footpath. Footpaths are great because they are marked on maps and signs so you can see where you're going. Although it might be tempting to go exploring, you might come across some of the less exciting parts of an adventure. Getting stuck in a bog, falling on rocky or uneven ground, or getting lost. You could also damage crops or scare livestock in fields. So stick to the footpaths where you can enjoy the scenery and wildlife without falling into it. Number 7. Do prepare for the weather. There are very few things that are worse than soaking clothes, squelchy socks and a dead mobile phone. Remember that when you're out and about, the weather could change suddenly, or you could come across something unexpected. So always dress appropriately. Bring lots of layers, wear sturdy shoes, and make sure that phone is charged. Number 8. Don't use barbecues. Think about it. You're starting a fire in an area that might be surrounded with grass, trees, heather, or other flammable plants. Barbecues can very easily get out of control if they are not set up or put out properly. It can destroy the areas where wildlife live and can even put human lives at risk. So if you want a burger, cook it in the back garden. And finally, do enjoy the countryside. There might be a lot of rules, but the rules are there to protect you and to protect the countryside. That means that our beautiful world will still be beautiful and full of life in the years to come. There are so many amazing things to see and do in these places, regardless of the time of year or where you are in the country. So get out there and have fun.